everybody. Keith, AKA Kaiser from the Playmakers here, coming to you with my Salamangreat deck profile that I got top 8 at the ARG this past weekend. So we play 3 Gazelle. Gazelle dumps your spells, monsters, or traps for the entire archetype. Special summons and stuff whenever a Salamangreat is sent to the graveyard, no matter how it's sent. So you can Foolish Salamangreat. If this is in your hand, you'll summon it. You can detach a Salamangreat from Stalio. If this is in your hand, it will summon it. So yeah, we play 3 of him because he's like the best card in the deck. Next we play 3 Spinny. Spinny is pretty much what it does is if it's in your hand, you can discard it, target a Salamangreat monster, target a monster on the field, increase its attack points by 500. You just need a Salamangreat monster on field to activate that effect. Its second effect is if it's in the graveyard, you can special summon it, but it gets banished when it leaves the field. And then we play 3 Lady Debug. Lady Debug on summon searches any level 3 or lower Cyberse monster. So pretty much your combo starter here. You'll search Foxy, Spinny, or Gazelle, depending on what you need. Pretty self-explanatory. Next we play 2 Foxy. Foxy pretty much on summon. You reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If there are any Salamangreat cards there, you can add one to your hand. You don't have to do it, but you can. Its second effect is if it's in graveyard and there's a face-up spell or trap on the field, you can discard a Salamangreat monster, special summon from graveyard, and then destroy face-up spell or trap on the field. For one-ofs, we play 1 Psychic Wielder. I would bump him to 2, but he's just an extender. He just special summons in defense mode whenever you have a level 3 or a lower level 3 monster on field. Psychic Tracker, which would be the second wielder if I had it, but same effect, special summons. Then we play 1 Falco. Falco, if it's sent to a graveyard, you reset a Salamangreat spell or trap from your graveyard back to your field. Its second effect is you can bounce a Salamangreat monster from the field to your hand, and then special summons from graveyard. It only works on main deck monsters. If you bounce a extra deck monster, it won't work, so keep that in mind. We play 1 Mirror. Mirror special summons itself if it's added to your hand other than by drawing it. And then it can discard a card, discard a Salamangreat monster, and then special summon it from the hand also. 1 Mole. Mole special summons itself from your hand to a link zone a link Salamangreat link points to. Its second effect is if it's in graveyard, you can shuffle 5 cards, Salamangreat cards, and you control other cards. If you shuffle 5 back to the deck and then draw 2. So Pot of Avarice. We play 1 Jack and 1 Foul. Jack will special summon himself from graveyard to a zone a Salamangreat link points to by shuffling 1 back from graveyard back to deck. And then Foul's an extender. If you summon in general a Salamangreat monster, he special summons from hand. So there's that. His second effect doesn't come up as much, but you can pretty much like get rid of a Salamangreat monster, and then you can target a spell or trap and it can't be activated. For hand traps, we play 2 Phantasme. Best hand trap right now, I think. Literally, every time I summoned him, he won me the game. Draws cards. It's never a neg. So he'll draw you some cards, and if he's on field, you can discard a card, and then negate and destroy any card that targets a monster or monsters on your field. So yeah. Then we play 2 Droll. Droll is just really good this format, especially with Danger Thunder running around. If they start their danger combos, you just pitch that and their turn's pretty much over. So, Droll. We play 2 Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre's Ghost Ogre. Not really much to explain there. 2 Ash, because Ash is Ash. And 2 Veiler. I only play 2 Ash just because you can recycle Ash with Sunlight Wolf, so I don't feel that you need the third one. But yeah, that's just me. For spells, we play Triple Circle. Circle is your Rhoda. It searches any Salamangreat monster from your deck to your hand. Its second effect doesn't come up as much, but it is pretty good. If you control a Salamangreat Link monster that was summoned using itself, and then you activate this, you can make it unaffected by card effects other than itself. So I mean, the Sky Striker matchup, if you like reincarnate Link and they try to Widowmaker it, you can just use that to protect yourself. 2 Twin Twisters, because there can only be 1 Sucks. And we like to get rid of floodgates and whatever else stops us from doing anything. 1 will, just another pretty much extender. Special summons 1 Salamangreat monster from your hand or graveyard, or you can just send this to grave, target a link monster you control, Salamangreat, and then special summon that many monsters up to its link rating. 1 Fusion of Fire, because it helps break boards. Get rid of your opponent's link monsters with your Salamangreats, or if you're playing a mirror match, just get rid of their entire monsters. 1 Sanctuary, because it's the field spell that lets you reincarnate. Its second effect doesn't come up as much, but in damage calculation, you can pay 1,000 life points, target a link monster, make its attack 0, and then you gain life points equal to its attack points. And then we play 1 Foolish Barrow. Traps, we play 2 Roar and 1 Rage. Roar negates monster effects, spells, traps. It can reset itself if you relink, but it gets banished. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Rage is the best disruption card in the deck if you reincarnate Link. If you reincarnate Link, its second effect is the best effect. You just pretty much target your Link monster and then destroy cards up to its Link rating, non-targeting destruction, which is always good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Extra deck. For the extra deck, we play the 1 Violet Chimera. On summon, he gains the attack points equal to half of the monsters used for his summon, and he's just any Salamangreat plus any Link monster. So you pretty much just Fusion Fire, link away their stuff to make him. His second effect is during damage calculation. If he attacks a monster that doesn't have its original attack, his attack gets doubled. So he can lead to OTKs, which is really good. 1 Baguska, because Baguska. 1 Stalio. Stalio basically is MX Saber Invoker. He's generic, so he's any 2 level 3s. When you summon him, you detach 1 for cost, and then special summon any Salamangreat monster from your deck in defense mode. The only thing is you're locked into fire effects for the rest of that turn. His second effect is if you send to graveyard for a link summon of a Salamangreat monster, you can target a monster on the field and then bounce it back to hand. We play 3 Balinks. Balinks is your link 1. Any level 4 or lower Cybers monster searches the field spell on summon, and then also in graveyard, he's pretty much Return the Dragon Lords. So if any Salamangreat card would be destroyed, just banish him, and everything's protected. 1 Nightmare Phoenix. 3 Sunlight Wolf, probably the best card in your entire extra deck. What he does is if a monster summons where he points to, you can add any fire monster from your graveyard to your hand. You just can't summon it or use its effects for the rest of that turn. His second effect is if he's reincarnated summoned, you can target a spell or trap in your graveyard and then add it back to your hand. Salamangreat spell or trap. Link 3s, we play 1 Power Code, 1 Transcode. Power Code, basically, he's 3 monsters. He can negate a monster's effects on the field. And then in damage calculation, you tribute a monster he points to, and his attack gets doubled. So you can negate like a Thunder Dragon, Colossus, whatever, attack, tribute a monster he points to, and then pretty much kill it. Transcode Talker, when he's summoned, you can target a level 3 or lower link monster in your graveyard, special summon to where he points to, and as long as they're co-linked, they both get 500 extra attack points, and then they can't be targeted by card effects. So he comes up in the Sky Striker match. If you just summon him and then bring back Sunlight Wolf, you have 2 monsters that can't be targeted by your opponent. Then we play 2 Heat Leo. Heat Leo on summon bounces a spell or trap back to the deck. And then if he's reincarnated Link, you can target a monster in your graveyard and then target a monster your opponent controls, and their attacks get swapped. So the monster on field becomes whatever you target in graveyard. His bounce effect is not once per turn, so if you link him away into another one, you bounce in 2 cards, which is crazy. And then for Link 4, we play Borreload. Borreload's Borreload. He beats Thunder Dragons. And then for our side deck. For side, we play 2 Cherries. I play 2 Cherries just because I figured there was going to be a lot of mirror matches. So I figured if I get rid of the Sunlight Wolf, the Salamangreat players can't play as much. So Cherries is for that, really. 2 DD Crow. DD Crow banishes a card in the graveyard, which is good, especially if you're playing Sky Strikers and they summon Kagari, and then target a Sky Striker spell card in grave. You just banish it so they don't get anything off that. It comes up sometimes. 2 Pankratops, because we don't like floodgates and, you know, we just want to pop things. Plus he's a quick special summon, he's a 26 beater. We play 2 Chain Disappearance. This card comes up against Altergeist a lot, more than it does against other decks. But if a monster is summoned that has 1,000 or less attack points, you banish that monster, and then your opponent has to banish every other copy of that monster in their hand or deck. So it comes up, especially if you're playing Altergeist, you play, like I said, you just bounce their Silk, and then all their Silks are gone, or you bounce their Meliseek, and all their Meliseeks are gone. So yeah, comes up. Play 2 Evenlies, because Evenly's Evenly. We play 2 Rivalries. If you go first, and you know you want to, you can play this and then play more control style. So because everything in your deck is Cybers, so you just summon this, activate this, and you don't have any restrictions, but your opponent does. Breaks Thunder Dragon boards, especially with the dangers now. So Rivalry. Play 1 Imperial Order, 1 Super Poly. Again, because you can use your opponent's stuff. So in the mirror match, it's just another way to make Violet Chimera besides Fusion of Fire. So you have 2 ways to get to it. And then in the Thunder Dragon match, I play this. This is for Thunder Dragons and Guard Dragons, because I know those are big decks now. Thunder Dragons, everything is dark in that deck, the way they play it now. So you just break their board with Super Poly and then make this. And then in Guard Dragons, you just get rid of 2 of their negates and then make this. So yeah, so that's the deck. 40 card main. I didn't have any problems with it. I would say that it worked pretty well for most of it. There were times where I bricked, but you know, bricks. If anything, I would change. I would probably change the hand trap ratio, but that's just me for now. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty good deck. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.